Afield. Every week, Kentucky Afield brings you features on hunting and fishing across the state.
What a nice fish.
An opportunity to hopefully get that bird in the leg.
Hey, we got another one over here.
There he is. Ooh, a nice one too. Boy, he's healthy.
What do we got? That was awesome. Got the first kill. Barely made it out of the field.
Got one big smallmouth.
Very nice.
Double point, they're in there. There they go.
Look at that joker.
Woo!
That's a good one there.
Look at that.
Beautiful. Whoa, this is a good one.
That's better than good, Chad.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. If you're a rabbit hunter and you live in the Eastern Zone, November the 1st is definitely a day you'll have marked on your calendar. So we head up with some friends to Shelby County and put some dogs on the ground for a fun day of rabbit hunting. Opening day 2024. Briar, how long have you been waiting on opening day of rabbit season? Has it been on your calendar for a while? Yeah. Did you go trick-or-treating last night? You just wear that outfit right there? Let's get on in here.
Let's go.
So how many years you been rabbit hunting?
Just a couple. I'm pretty new at this, really.
Oh, okay.
not
You
mine.
got in with a good group.
With these guys, yeah.
You got in with a good group to learn rabbit hunting. You got great habitat too.
Well, thank you. I did want to improve it for game when I moved out here, so I did a lot of field borders and just left a lot of stuff that didn't need to be cut, just let it grow.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, it looks absolutely beautiful. We came in, started coming up to the driveway. I was like, this looks like a WMA. I got a feeling we're going to get some rabbits up. They got something going right now, so. Did you see that rabbit, Nick?
He's right here.
Right here.
There he went. Here he goes! Here he goes! Here he goes, it goes!
Was that Dale? Sound like a 12 gauge. First one of the season, fellas. Dogs come running up through here. Give me a shot. There we go. Many more to go this year.
Go get that rabbit, Briar. Grab his back feet.
He's big.
Bigger than you. Hold him up. Go get him. Here, hold him up. Hold him up. Here he is. Here he is. Here he is. Good dog. Good dog. Dead, 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 dead. Here he is. Here he is. Dead, 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 dead. All right.
There he goes. Get ready. Man, ran right by that house. That daggone rabbit ran right out where I couldn't get a shot until it cleared that house, and then it was kind of over the edge of the berm there. I think that Orlando taught him some defense mechanisms. It keeps on running right by that house.
If we go down here, there's nothing, so there's
Yeah,
no...
we'll have a, we can kind of get in a line and hunt them normally.
Nope. Get him?
Dale, Dale.
I'm gonna let him get it.
See how smart they are?
They
come out there and they stop right in between you and just stand there.
I couldn't shoot it. It was just standing still.
You couldn't shoot it because of the angle where he was at anyways. Orlando has taught these things self-defense. And the self-defense is keep one of the other hunters in direct line where you can't be shot at.
That's right.
It's pretty accurate. It works pretty well.
Right in front of both of them, going right between them every time.
Is hunting something has been a part of your life for a while?
No, I started late. It's funny because when I moved to Persimmon Ridge, there was about 300 acres that were not developed.
Oh yeah.
And Lauren would let me hunt on it. So I just started exploring. Ran up a lot of turkeys and just kind of started observing. And then that's when I started hunting, really was turkeys.
Oh, okay. So how did you meet up with these guys?
Nick installed the fence, saw the habitat and said, hey, can we hunt?
We're gonna get our buddy up here in a second. Oh wow, this looks fantastic. Oh my gosh. I thought there was just this field like this all the way. I didn't realize we had these pockets.
Oh, there he
There he
went,
goes, there he
he
goes.
went. Did you see him?
Ran that way.
He went straight up that way.
There you go. I told him, I said, I thought it was just because I was down there and I couldn't hear them because it crest over the hill. But when I heard them wide open and then they went silent, I told him, I go, those shots was up here. He's carried a rabbit down there. The dogs went quiet. They caught that rabbit.
I knew I hit him, I could tell, but then
Just slowed him down. The
Yeah.
dogs got it.
That happened fast. Dead, 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 dead. Right here, right here, right here, dead. Dead, 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 dead. Nice job. First rabbit of the year. I was just about to turn that way because the dogs were beside me. Close behind me. Right here, 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 right here. And there's somebody else. Oh. That was an early season mistake. You know what? I just assumed the rabbit was out further in front of the dogs than that because they got right there and then the rabbit came out behind me. So bad shot, just out of place. But you know what? I think they still got that rabbit, so. You're stacking them up down here. Nice job.
They like to run across that road.
I missed that rabbit. You got two now, right? Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, congratulations,
Well,
man.
thank you, thank
Way to
you.
go. You're two away from the limit. Coming right here. Nice shot. Thanks again for coming. I know that you stay really busy with work.
It's been fun, man. Thank you.
It's great. It's been great meeting you, and hey, we've had a great hunt so far. By the time we get the dogs round up, it's hard to say we may have a couple more. This year, I was really excited for Kentucky's modern firearm season. I had a buck tag in my pocket and a spot that I've been scouting all season long.
Well, it's the opening morning of gun season. I'm in a stand that I finished out the early archery season. I only hunted here one time, and I had some really close encounters with some does. Didn't see any bucks back in here today. If I get a close encounter with a doe today, I am going to take one. I actually brought a handgun as well as my rifle. If I can get a deer as close as what I had them in here the other night, I will try to take one with a pistol. But the bucks are moving. The bucks are on the move. Hopefully, I can get a decent mature buck in here and get a shot. Oh, right here. Small buck coming in the trail. Right to us. little bitty buck right here. 15 yards. That's the range I like. It's gonna hit the trail I walked in on. Keep that head up, there you go. That deer might be ready in 2 or 3 more years. Well, you ever wanted to shoot a deer with a pistol? There you go. 12, 13 yards. Right, there's the other buck. That's exciting though. Oh, here we go. It's like a basket 8-pounder. Probably be a pretty good deer in a couple of years. Here comes the bigger one right here, I think. There's 2 potential deer for a year or 2. I haven't seen either one of them take a bite of food. It's obviously not about feeding, which actually is kind of beneficial because they're not likely to smell me if their heads are up as it would be where I walk right through there. I figured the big bucks have got the does because we haven't seen no big bucks yet. Those bucks showed up about 15 minutes after I grunt call. Give them some time to move on, maybe make another grunt call and see what happens. Sometimes it's hard to tell if a grunt call or a rattle actually brings a deer in. But when you grunt or rattle and 15 minutes later, deer cruise through, mouths open, not feeding, just smelling for does. It makes me feel like that's probably what brought that deer in. Anytime you come out here and you see 4 bucks and something else, that's a pretty good morning. And you know what? I feel just as confident right now as I did at daybreak this time of year. Another buck. Wow, that's a big body deer. Got a perfect wind for him. Feels weird having a mature buck walk into you and set your rifle down, but it might walk right beside me for a pistol shot. You got him. As far as racks go, that was not a giant buck, but man, that was an old deer. Definitely mature buck, definitely on the downslope. So, first day of archery season, probably wouldn't have shot that deer. Now that gun season's in, you get a mature old buck like that in there. Who cares how big his rack is? It was a fun hunt. I saw a lot of bucks. Far and away the biggest body deer I saw in the morning. So Went in and took a shot. Let's hope it was a good shot. Wait about 20 or 30 minutes. We'll go take a look. There definitely was a crashing noise right back here where he went. You know, I thought the deer was going to walk right back out. I said earlier that I brought my handgun with me. When the deer got right on this trail, I thought, oh my gosh, this would be a perfect deer for a handgun. I set my rifle down, and then when he didn't turn, I had to then put the handgun back up, get the rifle out. Which, you know, hunters find unique ways to challenge themselves. Why some people like archery hunting, some people build their own bows, some people are just rifle hunters. Whatever you like to do, whatever suits you, however you want to challenge yourself, that's really what it's all about. You can see some of the buck activity that's been in here. There's a scrape and a rub and a giant rub right here on this tree. Saw a lot of bucks this morning, unfortunately no does. But now it's time for me to shed a layer of clothes and go over there and see if I can't pick up a blood trail. So this is about where I was at. The deer, you can still see where the deer was in there. It spun and came through. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere in this vicinity. Well, it looks like there's my deer laying right there. I'll tell you what, walked up through here, I didn't see any blood, but I heard a crash noise. I thought it was in this area. Go over and see what we got. I know one thing, when he decided it was time to go down, it was time to go down. Man, that's a big-bodied deer. Now, we've got some video, some camera pictures, and I'm pretty sure this is the big 7-pointer that we've seen. So not a real big rack, but look, you kind of look at the size of this deer. You can tell it's an old bruiser. Turned out to be a really cool hunt. How many times you get in a tree stand and you see 5 or 6 bucks? Now this was far and away the oldest, biggest bodied deer. Rack, it's probably the biggest rack deer I saw today too, but I saw some potential for the next couple years, and that's always a good thing. So this deer, I don't know if it's going on the upturn or downturn, but it's a 7-point deer, old, big-bodied deer. This is a mature deer, and I can't say for sure this is the best they've ever been, but this is the type of deer that no reason to wait till next year, because you're probably going to be looking at pretty much the same thing. So I'm happy to have it, and this thing is going to provide a ton of backstraps and ground venison, because it is a big, big-bodied deer. It takes countless hours to train a hunting dog to do what you want it to do. We headed out to Western Kentucky to see nearly 1,000 retriever dogs compete for the Fall Grand.
So we're in Paducah and we're doing the Fall Grand. Without a doubt, this is the best dogs you'll see in the country anywhere. I mean, this is the best venue there is. We had 998 dogs in there. I think we ended up with like 936 that were running here. We got 10 different sites, 5 water, 5 lands, and we're judging these retrievers on a standard, the grand standard.
Well, you'll see primarily Labrador Retrievers. Up until this last year, they were the top registered breed in the United States with the American Kennel Club. You will see some Golden Retrievers. You will see some Chesapeake Bay Retrievers. You will see some Boykin Spaniels. Potentially there are poodles here, standard poodles as well, which many people do not know was one of the original, if not the original retrieving breed. So those are primarily what you're going to see.
The whole country's here. I mean, we're here from coast to coast. The judges are here from coast to coast. So yeah, we're seeing the whole country. I mean, we even have people from Canada. I think the first time you run this thing, you're just addicted. You get into it. There's a lot of people here. We're all family here. Everybody gets along. It's a great thing.
We do a series of land and a series of water. So each dog that runs through here is required to run 2 land series, 2 water series, and if they make it that far, then the upland series. Water series, let's start with that. It's like an everyday duck hunt. Let's say we go to down here to the WMA, we put our decoys out, we conceal ourselves, we conceal our dogs, and we kill our ducks when they come in. We send our dogs on the retrieves. There are 3 marked retrieves that the dog will actually see fall. dog will proceed to the area of the fall, pick the bird up, retrieve the hand, and then we run a blind retrieve. So a blind retrieve is where a bird has fallen and the dog doesn't know where it's at, but you know as a gunner or possibly your hunting buddy saw it and said, over there by that stick, there's one laying there. So the dog and handler work as a team at that point. The dog proceeds to that area. If he gets offline, we stop them with a whistle. We cast them with our hands and with whistles until they achieve that area, pick up the bird, bring it back. We also have what's called a diversion. And the best way to explain a diversion in real terms is, let's say we're out here, we're hunting, and we've killed our birds, and we've got a bird come in as the dog is coming back with the retrieve. We kill that bird. The dog has to hold the bird that it has in its mouth, keep it, bring it to you, and not break for the bird that comes in. And then once we get the duck from the dog on the original retrieve, we send it for the diversion bird. We also have what's called an honor. In a real life scenario, I go hunting, I've got my dog, my buddy comes with me, he has his dog. So the best case scenario is we let those dogs take turns picking up birds. That way they get the most amount of work. A dog on honor means that he has to sit and watch while the other dog makes the retrieves. The guns are fired, the dog makes the retrieve. Your dog has to sit quietly, watch, and be steady during that part. So it's skills that the dog uses when they actually duck hunt or goose hunt or dove hunt in this case. They're being scored on marking, memory, control. We want the dogs to be biddable, and by that we mean we want the dog to be able to work with the handler. This is so much teamwork, especially at this level, and that's what makes these dogs great. They work as a team with the handler. They're a dog that you would be proud to take hunting and be steady and quiet in the blind, pick your birds up, would be obedient coming in and out, not break, not knock guns over. Safety is a huge aspect of what we do too, and safety also plays a part with the dog.
What differs us, we are a hunt test program instead of a field trial program. And so we don't run against each other, we run against a standard, an established standard that has two judges, and the judges set up the tests and they see what they want, and they want to see a grand champion show us. That's their grand standard by our rules. They judge the dogs individually against that standard. The Western Kentucky Wildlife Management Area has a great property for us. This is our third time being here. We love these grounds. The large fields, they're managed to have some cover and some broken areas, and that allows us to be able to set up our marks and blinds and add difficulty degrees to the marks and blinds at the grand level. Kentucky Wildlife, it just does a great job out here managing the ground, the road structures, the pond management. It's just, we love this place. I got into it, as many others do, as I'm a duck hunter and chase ducks all over the country. I had a duck dog that I had gotten and, wanted something else to do with it. The breeder and trainer that I got my dog from suggested that I find a retriever club, and at the time I lived in St. Cloud, Florida, and I found the Central Florida Hunting Retriever Club and got involved with them, and that's been 25 years ago. And so we enjoyed it. It gave us something to do in the off time. It gave me like friends to go and train with and improve my dog, and I made a better hunting dog. What brings me back is the people and the dogs. These are the greatest handlers we've got, from just ordinary person to doctors are here, and we're all the same. We're all dog trainers and dog enthusiasts and enjoy the hunt test program.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Here we have Ryan Claytos, who took this nice 10-point buck in Rowland County. Congratulations. Check out this nice smallmouth bass that was caught on Green River by James Henderson. Nice catch. Here's an impressive Russell County buck that was taken by 14-year-old Braden Popplewell. This deer was taken on the opening weekend. Nice job. Martha Holcomb said this was the furthest shot she's ever attempted. She took this buck in Letcher County. Looks like it was a good shot. Congratulations. Here we have 8-year-old Theo Kuzman, who took his first squirrel while hunting with a .22 with his dad in Franklin County. Nice job. Kenton Nance took this 7-point buck on the opening day. This was his very first time deer hunting. This deer was taken in McCracken County. Nice job. 11-year-old Bryce Cantrell went muzzleloader hunting in Harrison County and took this giant buck. What a deer. Amber Smith took her very first deer at the age of 42 on private property in Henry County. What a nice buck. Congratulations. Check out this beautiful walleye that was caught and released in the Cumberland River in Knox County by Philip Lee. Congratulations. Check out this beautiful crappie that was caught by 10-year-old Walker Henderson. This fish was caught in Shelby County. Look at the spread on this beautiful 11-point Bourbon County buck that was taken by 13-year-old Landon Walker. If you're a deer hunter and you still have that buck tag in your pocket, don't worry. You still have Kentucky's late muzzleloader season, as well as archery and crossbow season that runs until January the 20th. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.